Now, we start this conversation with none other than Ruth K because for some reason there is trouble in paradise even when there is nothing happening between them. In case you don't know, Ruth K was engaged to Mulamwah and ultimately they ended their relationship. And Mulamwah was very interesting about how he posted this information online. He said that he was buying himself a brand new Mercedes S-Class with the money that he was supposed to pay for the wedding. And we're like, you needed to tell us that information we needed to hear? Okay, sir, we hear you. Anyway, he said he bought himself this gift for his birthday as a birthday present to himself after the fact that the wedding didn't go through. Now, of course, all this happened a few weeks ago, and then I think about 2 weeks ago we saw Mulamwah also posting a few interesting pictures of a car, a Mercedes, with a girl, a bad girl standing in front of it. We never got to see her face. We never really got to know who it was. We just saw that it was a very curvaceous girl standing in front of a Mercedes Benz. Now, of course, a lot of speculations came through, including the fact that labda ameshaoga na karudi soko, labda takuoga lirudi tu soko straight away. But Turi had a very interesting perspective. She said, plot twist, it's Ruth K. And I was like, girl, what are you talking about? Because at that point, it was just speculation, merely speculation. She said, plot twist, I think it's actually Ruth K. The figure of her body is pretty much the exact same as Ruth K. So I think they've gotten back together. Well, she was right on one thing, not necessarily the full story. What happened was, according to what Ruth K said, Mulamwah had decided to take a few screenshots from her page and posted them as his own. And she said this on her long Instagram story post. She said this. She said, sometimes silence is taken for granted. It's been barely 3 months since the breakup and I have faced disrespect in ways you wouldn't even imagine. In public and even worse in private. I am trying to heal, to gather myself emotionally, but it is draining. You send me 5,000 and then you reverse it. Then you have the nerve to screenshot a picture that I put so much effort into, and the audacity is loud. Enough is enough. I take my response back. One day I will tell my story. And I think this is actually not the picture of the girl in the Mercedes Benz. This is actually the picture of her and her son, well, her and her child. Which again she had posted on her own social media. She posted it on her social media. Mulamwah took up this picture. Do we have that picture that she actually did post? He reposted or he stole from her profile. I don't know whether we have it, but there's a picture that he took from her social media, screenshotted it, and it was a picture of her and her child, or their child, wearing basketball outfits with a basketball themed on the background. And he took up this picture, posted it on his stories with the caption, Mama Calvin Carre. And she's really mad because she put a lot of effort into this that seems like a birthday shoot with their child, and now he's taking it up and saying, yeah, my child, my story, I am part of this particular story. Even the fact that he's sending her 5,000 Kenya shillings to take care of their child, 5,000 shillings, yeah, 5,000 Kenya shillings, sending it to her as a gesture of, I'm taking care of my child, I'm not a deadbeat dad. And then reversing this money is just, it's nasty work, Mulamwah. It's nasty work. But the funny thing is, he seems unfazed because on his own stories, he said, here we go again, buckle up, which is quite sad, but in reference to what has happened before with him and Carol Soni, and the fact that he was called a deadbeat dad multiple times by Carol Soni to the point where she completely stopped him from seeing their child together. Clearly, something is ringing true. It seems like Ruth K may be going through the same thing. She may also be going through the fact that he is a deadbeat dad, he is not taking care of their child, or something of that sort is what is being alluded by her in these social media posts. Now, I genuinely would never be able to really fully stand on my 10 toes and say that, yeah, Mulamwah is wrong, he's definitely a deadbeat dad. Because oftentimes we've jumped that gun. We've said, yes, death to the patriarchy. However, we've been Very, very sad to find out that the people that we rallied behind were actually the people who were telling us half-truths or not truthful at all. So at this point in time, I'm just going to sit in the corner and wait until both of them come clean with the story, especially the Ruth K story. I want to hear what this story is, but she says in due time. Anyway, the comment section was crazy. People saying things like, wanaume ni wengi, ukiolewa na mluya shauri yako. Someone else said, bro to bro. Anyway, don't give a girl usipatie dem ball alafu umuonyeshe madharau. Someone else saying, ata hajui kuspell buckle up, mwanaume mjinga ni mjinga. Other people saying, alafu men ka huyu, alafu men ka unajua hauna haja na dem usimpatie ball. And a lot of people saying normalize dating people with brains. This is one that can't even spell buckle up. I genuinely feel like a lot of people are now team Ruth K, which is amazing because like believe the women. Like that's the only thing that we can stand for. Believe the woman. Let us be proven wrong later on, but always believe the woman, because oftentimes we end up saying such nasty things about someone not knowing exactly what is going on. Imagine she was left behind with a child. Like this dude is just moving on, posting other women already, but she's been left with a child. And she's not the first one who's been left with a child. He left another child with Carol Soni. So at this point in time, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Please let us know on the number below. Do you believe Ruth K or do you believe Mulamwah? Which team are you on? Or are you team, let's just wait and see how this plays out because we don't have all the information? I want to know from you. The number is right here. Let us know your thoughts.